Next up in the video violence set is Video Violence Part 2, The Exploitation. Now, after the first one, which I felt was excellent, I was really eager to check out the second one. And it's a film that goes in a very different direction. And I can understand why they're doing that. I feel as if it's something I'm not entirely sure I wanted, but I grew into it more as the film went on, because the idea here is where we have Howard and Eli actually creating an almost talk show of snuff proportions, where they bring people on and kill them in brutal fashions or show videos that have been sent in by other people.
Well, that certainly was quite impressive. The acting credible, and although the execution was a bit sloppy, it does warrant repeated viewings.
Now, it feels like a good successor, and it doesn't rehash ground that they did in the first movie, which I really appreciate, where it's easy, particularly in the era where this came out, to just rinse and repeat the story that you've done. They try to do something different, and I think they've got something else to say here in this one as well. The idea of these cable TV shows, of encouraging other people, how the 15 minutes of fame can get people to do the most horrifying of things.
I bet you wouldn't have the guts to kill someone.
That girl had the guts and they're all over the floor.
But the characters of Howard and Eli are annoying. I found them annoying in the first film because they're not nice people. They're doing horrific things. And again, they're doing that here. And the talk show format, I think, is not my favourite aspect of the film, but it kind of offers this vignette feeling towards it, as we have viewers sending in their home video cassettes of their brutal murders to get praise from their heroes, to get their 15 minutes of fame. And I think it's a kind of precursor to where society ultimately went, where people would try to do anything to get that limelight that they so crave.
And now it's time for another video. This one was submitted to us by Joanna Barker.
Again, it's a film that's trying to say something, and I really appreciate that. Once more, it's not just a case of violence for the sake of violence. Of course, there are sequences throughout the film where they are pushing the boundaries and they're doing things just to get reactions. It feels like a lot of the time, but for the most part, it is trying to say something. I found Video Violence Part 2 to be lesser of the two films. I felt the first one had more a typical kind of story and had a good few thematics built into it. Video Violence Part 2 really takes a left turn and tries to do something different, and I think just for that alone it should be admired. And it really does complete this set, having these two different films that have different kind of thematics about them, but both have something to say. Is a great package.
Boy, we're having some fun tonight. And now for a special treat.
This is one of those films where I wanted something similar to the first one, but I appreciate that they tried something different. Again, it went a different avenue. Again, I think taking away any likeable characters or any relatable characters really kind of robs the film of a person that I can attune myself to, who I can really feel for or hope escapes this situation. There is some nice bait and switch twists at the ending, which I found to be really kind of funny. Pointless, doesn't matter, they were just interesting. It was a kind of smart and chuckle-inducing moment, because I was kind of like, oh, wait, what, how? But it kind of explained it in a fun sense. I actually wish there was a part 3, so I could round it out a trilogy here, because I really do think that these are terrific shot-on-video films, and the TerrorVision packages are excellent. Again, let's dive in and have a little look at the extras on this too. We have a commentary from 2007, and we have a more recent commentary by the director himself from 2022. on this disc are also 2 extras. We have the Maniac from part 2 here, actor Roberto Amico, who talks for 5 minutes 23 seconds about his memory and lasting memory from this job. And then we also have an interview with crew member Mitchell Speart, which is just a little under 7 minutes, at 6 minutes 55 seconds, and he kind of just talks about how he ended up on the film, why he ended up there, his thoughts on it, and it's another kind of interesting talking head. And that's the extras for Video Violence 2. There we have it. The Video Violence double pack from TerraVision, I think, is essential. It's a great set of films, it's particularly for any kind of fan of horrors or video shops who kind of went at these kind of times, who is alive at these kind of times. They can get something from this more than just a little bit of nostalgia. I think there's some good stuff here, and I would strongly recommend picking up this set if you haven't already done so. So I'd love to know your thoughts on the film. If you've seen it, did you love it, hate it, fall somewhere in the middle? Are you interested in checking these out now? I think you should check them out. I'd love to know, so let me know in the comment box below. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.